What's the deal, man? It's the boy Dwayne McClain at Dwayne McClain TV. Shouts out to everybody supporting the channel. Let's get the channel to 9,000 subscribers. Hit that like button. Follow me on Instagram, Dwayne McClain TV 2. Follow me on TikTok. And follow me on Patreon as well, man. Try and keep my content running. We working. We working. The work don't stop. Keep supporting the boy. Anyways, so today's video, man, gonna be about some crazy stuff. So, just took my son to a physical, right? He wanna play basketball. So I go there to select his, you get the physical for him. They got what identity his gender is and all that. You got to select. Is he male? The question was, what gender does your child identify? Or what gender did you pick for your child? So we can pick genders for kids? Y'all, what is going on, man? That's how I know either we are currently in the apocalypse or we're currently in the end of times. So I watched some Bobby Hemmett. He's a very funny dude. Watch Bobby. A lot of people don't want to watch him. You can watch. There's a lot of good guys out there to watch. I like watching Bobby Hemmett. He's very funny, and his spiritual stuff is funny. I like watching all those older guys from the 90s, because those guys that had no internet, they was really just going out reading and studying and giving lectures and doing it for the love. So I'm pretty sure they did it for money too. But there was no internet. So I was watching him, and he was talking about how the reason why they desensitize us to stuff so much, because we could be living in the end of times and won't know it because we're so desensitized. So say, he said, as long as we keep getting our cornflakes, we don't care. So say a place blows up and a bunch of people under the age of 1 year old lose their lives, right? We'll see that in the paper and go to work that day and like nothing happened and just talk about it. Remember when Sandy Hook happened, right? We got this situation going overseas going on right now, right? So all this crazy stuff is going on and we just going to work and nothing happened. But we probably been living in the end of times for like the last 100 years and don't even know it. What if this savior that everybody talks about already came back and grabbed everybody? Because it feels like it's the end of times to me. For me, I thought I'd never, when I seen that this morning, right? Seen it this morning. And it asked me, what does your child identify as? What gender did you pick? Then on the next one, it was like, do they identify as male, female, or non-binary? I'm like, why are they putting this on kids' physical forms? What is going on in the world? And why would a parent, imagine this, y'all. Somebody have a kid, the baby pop out, and she says, I want to pick this, I want a girl. So now you're going to naturally have a boy, say you have a boy, and you want to pick them to be a girl. Now this child who's naturally a boy, you're going to be raising him as a girl because of what you want. People crazy, man. People are crazy. You know who I blame? I blame the men for being soft. What happened, let me tell you what happened. So what happened was, we let women come out, and when women came out the kitchen and started, being in the kitchen and being a supporter was not a bad job, but we brainwashed our women that being a supporter to the male was bad. And don't get it twisted, men messed up by being egotistical, abusive, retarded. So we kind of played our own role into our own demise. So it's still men's fault. And let me give you guys a better example. So you got a fighter, right? A fighter goes in the ring. There's a coach, a cut man, all that behind the fighter. Those are the women. Women used to be like that to the men. The men used to go out to the world as the fighter. Y'all used to have us right and ready to come home and replenish with y'all. But they made y'all role look demise, and men started going crazy because I'm the fighter. Let me come home and beat the coach up. Let me beat up the most important person in here. So when women got out of that role and got to society, we had to soften society up. That's why all these rules and stuff is in place now. That's why a lot of men will allow a lady to pick their gender and to keep their woman from being upset, and all because her feelings need to be involved and not understanding that you still need to be a man and can be to make the logical decisions. We started playing into these crazy games, and that's why we are in a situation to where adults is picking genders and men are being cool with it. Soon as you, fellas, if you ever have a child and that woman say, hey, I want to pick my child's gender, you need to slap her dead in her face and say, what is you thinking and what is you smoking and what is drugs you on? But see, now the dudes is playing along with it because, like I said, they soften up men to now men are not, the roles reversed. That's how I know y'all need to read the Illuminati book. Go buy that book. It tells you everything that's gonna happen. And go buy the Illuminati board game. It tells you everything that's gonna happen. They swap the roles. A woman is not supposed to be in a leadership role, and a man is not supposed to be in a female role. But now the men are in female roles and women are in leadership roles, and they making decisions based off of God knows who knows what. Not all women are bad leaders, and not all men are made to be leaders. I'm not trying to down anybody, but people gotta hear these truths. The dudes are not emotional. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, at where I work at, I close majority of my deals with the woman. When I'm closing on the sale, it's mostly with the woman. Most of the time, the man is like, oh, no. Y'all remember when Peter and remember they dropped the Family Guy and Homer Simpson? They was showing y'all what the male's gonna turn into. And then they dropped the SpongeBob. Now, they always show the male figure in a slow, not smart role, not able to make decisions. The wife gotta make all the decisions. And then they showed, like, put them like this. Lois is pretty much the male figure in the house. Pretty much. Peter's just there. Marge is pretty much the male figure in the house with Homer. They just there. What I'm getting is they make the more logical decisions. You know what I'm saying? Men can't make no decisions no more. So when a child's born, to save his wife's feelings and to not make a logical decision, he going to agree to, hey, yeah, let's let her be a female. Like, look at the Dwayne Wade situations. You know what I'm saying? Look how Dwayne Wade is. He should have known. He should have stepped up to the plate, been a man, and said, nah, we're not doing this. You know what I'm saying? This is wrong. This ain't even your child, Gabrielle. This ain't even your son. This ain't even your blood. You worrying about his gender. This ain't even your blood. And and here's my question to the world. Why is there so much focus on gender and what you identify as? Why so much focus on that? And every time I see somebody talking about this, it's a psychopath. It's a psychopath. Somebody who's clearly gotten time to waste. And 9 times out of 10, y'all, every time I see this argument, it's a female arguing with a heterosexual male. Like, and they always be getting smoked. But the man, and we don't understand. When these situations happen, they're making us look evil because there's more women in America than men. Meaning, there's more ladies that's going to support this crazy nonsense. Not all women support this. There's still some women out there with sense. But follow me here, y'all, okay? So, you got girl who chose her identity to be a guy, right? Arguing with a heterosexual male who is biologically male. They're arguing. The heterosexual male is condescending. Think about Ben Shapiro and all the other guys, Matt Walsh. They're always condescending. They don't care about nobody's feelings, and it's an emotional base. So people are going to see this, and other women are going to see this. They're not going to hear the logic. They're going to only see, oh, he's being condescending. Oh, he's not caring about how she feels. Oh, he's wrong. Now the heterosexual male played into it, and more guys, everybody wants to be accepted. So we all want to be accepted in life. So dudes who want exception are going to not try to be this condescending hetero. They're going to go on, like when you go on TV, right? When Caitlyn Jenner came out, all the ESPN guys played along, called her she. Where's the men at to say, nah, it's not a she? We want exception. Other men out in public going to do it. And then even me at my job, if I was to work with one of them things to keep my job, I would have to be like she, even though, and I had a job where a dude was going bald, man. Bald, no wig, no makeup. He might put a little bit of mascara on. Straight man. I had to call this, I didn't call him she. I called him by his name to avoid the she, him. I said, where is such and such at? You know, but he wanted to be preferred to she. That's the crazy world we living in. And we as men, and there should never been from the top where men agreed to this. But what happened was, men got soft. They want to have order out of chaos. They want to do all this. And the ladies want to do it because there's still some women who's against it. Cool. But there's more women who's with it. And it's all because, like, well, people should be free to do what they want. People should be free to do this. It's there. But yeah, that's true. But why are we making it such a big deal? Y'all, there have been train stations for years. I remember being a kid seeing them train stations on TV. There have been train stations. Y'all remember the movie Tu Wong Fu? Train stations have been around for years. I don't know why they had such a big deal. They making it a big deal to give us something to argue about, to destroy the masculine role, to swap the roles. to make more confusion. So when these kids growing up, there's going to be less population, and it's going to separate. Family, a strong married family can fix all. If all of us got married, all the men right now, found a good wife, America get fixed. This is how America get fixed. Get yourself a good wife, get to become a good husband, have strong moral values, start a family business, have kids, pass it down. They want to break that up because it's all about control. We can control society better if everybody's focusing on gender, everybody's focusing on what I identify as, and then people weird as hell, but I think people just crazy. Y'all gotta be insane to be worrying about this all the time. Why y'all worried about that for? You know what I'm saying? It really drive me crazy thinking about it. I'm like, yo, what the heck they worrying about that stuff for? It really make no sense to me. But they know the next generation of kids are going to be rocking with that more. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, there's still some pushback, but once we all die out, it's a wrap. Once all our generation, and then look at my generation of 30-year-olds, we the ones supposed to be making the big boss moves. What's my generation out there doing? Partying, drinking. We couldn't do it back in the 20s. We didn't have internet like this in the 20s. So now we love the internet right now. We loving attention. We loving this free attention we getting. Partying, drinking, not starting families, not building no legacies, not having no morals, no goals. And then the next generation coming up, they the ones who are going to play into this nonsense, and it's going to keep on going. By the time in 100 years, they're going to have 100% control of the whole world. And everybody going to be slaves. Everybody. And it's going to be something willingly given up. You know what I'm saying? The chip about to come. They about to start bringing the chip in because people worrying about their child or something happening to their child, so they about to bring the chip in. So now they're going to be like, well, you can always have access to your kids. So now they're going to know where we at all the time. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how the time's going. And like I said, man, like this all started when I took my son to get his physical this morning. I looked on there that they actually pushing this gender stuff as if, man, I'm in North Carolina, man. This is Southeast North Carolina. We all country folk here. Ain't none of that weird stuff going on here. That's all in San Francisco, New York, California. That's all them big cities. Down here in the South, we not doing that weird stuff. Ain't nobody out here picking their child gender. We still old school out here. I couldn't believe that stuff was on that forum. I'm like, yo, people really trying to push this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, there's an idiot out there who's entertaining it. Like, my kid's gonna be this. Why? Why y'all so concerned about that? Why are we not concerned about our kids being politicians, astronauts, engineers, making a real change for the world? What your gender is, who you have sex with, what your gender is, makes no change for the world. Why ain't you worried about, hey, my child gonna identify as an inventor? You know what I'm saying? As an inventor, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't give a daggone what you do in your bedroom. Do that, but be a man first. That's all I have. And this, my issue with them G men, it's not what you do in your bedroom. I can care less about y'all sharing peanut butter and having your sheets stinking. That's y'all. My issue is y'all are the most toxic people to be around. I can't stand being around G-men. They always got some drama going on. They loud. They extra. They not real women. They be overdoing it. Like if you a G-man, but you handle yourself as a man, you not loud. You not toxic. You ain't snapping your fingers. You ain't attention seeking. You ain't doing all this extra stuff. You ain't gossiping. You ain't doing nothing. You just keeping it man. That's on you. Man, I worked with a dude. We didn't know he was a G-man or he was yagged out until the company ball. Man, this man, he drove a big, gigantic dually truck. Big dually truck. This is a big white man. Big dually truck, 6'3", big dude. He was the military, so he didn't have no facial hair. But everything about it, he knew how to fix anything. He knew how to haul stuff off with his, everything was masculine about him. We didn't know he was married to a man until the ball came, and his husband they were both two masculine dudes. They kept it man, but they was attracted to dudes. I respect that. Keep it man. You actually can make a change for the world. You G-men out there snapping your fingers, being toxic. Y'all ain't making no change. Y'all making the world worse. Y'all aggravating to be around. Then all y'all want is chan-chan. Soon as y'all be around a G-man, all them bad boys do want some chan-chan. They talk about some that. All they want is chan-chan. Y'all be wanting chan-chan, but we straight, but we don't want no chan. Y'all can't get no chan-chan, but we ain't want none of that. Y'all G-men. That's my only issue with them. Do what you do in your bedroom, but at least make a change to the world. Have some dignity, some integrity. Leave something to people can copy. And when we see, because people copy your behaviors. So when people see you with that stank attitude, and they don't get it twisted, G-men act worse than women. I would rather work with a bunch of women any day than G-men. I would never want to work with a bunch of G-men. Never. Maybe one. I can work with one of them, but one's too many. One G-man at a store is way too many because he's gonna be too. Y'all, I'm not lying. They all like that. I'm talking about the ones who engulf that culture and that mindset. And what I mean the G-man, it's not about what you're doing in your bedroom. That's on you. It's how you live in your life. That's my issue. Y'all be doing too much, man. Y'all be doing too much. But that's all I gotta say about that topic, man. It's more than McClain TV, man. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. I'm out.